So this is just the recap for live stream 212, I believe. And today, as you can see, we've had an okay day. It was a little bit more difficult than I would like, and that's partly due to me mass managing trades, not allowing trades to hit target and so on. And by not doing so, I continue to trade a bit longer than I'd like. Ideally, I would have liked to have stopped trading round about the it's live stream 2. Okay, it's recap 230, day 213. But we'll talk about it. As we can see on the right hand side of the screen, we've got a breakdown of our P&L and the across the instruments. We've picked up 12,798 on ES, 32,126 on NQ, and 4,841 on gold. So we'll have a look at gold. I think we only took the one trade on gold. On gold, there was a trade here. Wasn't quite a true setup. So I got in, took it off, and then I got back in as price seemed to have been heading towards the target. Wasn't a true setup, and that's how we end up with 4,841. We took a couple of trades on ES, and we had quite a bit of difficulty. Of course, today we did have, let's talk about the overall outlook of the market. We did have CPI. They came out 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As we can see here, this is CPI news, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Market rallied here at the market open. Regular trade now is 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Had a brief rally, but then the market sold off due to scheduling. My job wasn't here at the open, so I had to, of course, had to wait. I don't believe I got here until about pretty close to midday. So yeah, after midday, came in, had a profitable trade, had a losing trade after, looking for that continuation. Identify this level, 79.50. Thought we could see the breakout, so got back in. Of course, took a loss through there. So had a bit of a break, was primarily focusing on the NQ. After we've got through that 79.50, got a setup here, and this was the only other trade I took over on ES, and this trade took a fairly long time to resolve itself. Took the long here and continued to wait all the way up until the target was hit here up at 89.75. Took a long time to resolve. The goal was to trade for only 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes. But after losing a couple of trades, drawing down from the highs, which were up at 36 down to 25, I decided to continue to trade. Unfortunately, it worked out for me. Over on NQ, our favorite instrument, we took quite a few more trades as opposed to what we saw there on ES. Over on NQ, we took a short and just here. Thought price would retest the VWAP. As we can see, pretty much perfect test of VWAP. The price rallied, took a loss early on. Took a bit of a trade through here, took it off. I didn't like the price action. Had a trade through here. It worked itself out all the way through here. Took another trade. Again, similar to what we had over on the ES, where we identified level of 79.50 over on here on NQ. The level was up at 360. If we look to the left here on that 360, which I've identified here with this red line, you've got these previous highs where the market stalled before selling off. But I did think there would have been possibly a breakout, so took a couple of longs, lost, then thought, well, I'm just going to stick with the breakout idea. So took a couple of small losses, took a bigger loss here, went long, price sold all the way down, got stopped out. Took another long here, and this was looking for a bit of a bounce. Thought price coming into this area here, could see buyers rally back up towards the highs. Well, went long, added to the position, price came down pretty quickly, took it off for a loss. Then decided to go short, and the reason I decided to go short was because I thought there was enough room down to these highs here, around the 28. So went short, took half the position off. Prices was going pretty quick to the downside, took the other half of the position. Price then rallied. I use a different system for this trade now. This is where it all went to pot a little bit. So this trade, the target would have been up at 75, and so got into the position, added twice after getting in, so I was in about 75. As price pulled back, I got a bit nervous, so closed the trade. Price did go on to hit 75. Had a setup over here, didn't follow that completely, follow that trade. So after having price hit 75, felt FOMO, got in here, took profits. There was a true setup here that I didn't identify because I was in an emotional state. And so there was a trade through here, which would have been a long, would have took profit. But because of my emotional state, went long, took profit off, went long again, took profit off. So mismanagement on my part. And then finally, similar trade to what we had over on ES, the final trade of the day, went long. Over here, thought about closing it early as price came pretty close to my stop. Decided to hold. And as we can see, price rallied all the way up to the target here at 401.50. And with 401.50 being hit and my profit being realized, I decided to end the day there. As price got to that 401.50, the current higher day is around at 408. We'll have a look here at the trade performance. So on the trade performance, we can see here there's a fair bit of volatility in the equity curve. Started off with the small loss there, rallied all the way to 36, well 38, and from there drew down. Was frustrated at this point, then finally managed to rally all the way up to 25. At this point, I thought about ending the day here, all the way up at the 25s. Thought about ending the day, started to do a close down, but I like the price action, so continue to trade. From there, the most recent trades that we did see, the ones on NQ and ES, resulted in this profit here at 49,765. So with the catalyst of the CPI not being here, there was sufficient volatility for me to have a pretty okay day. As we can see, slowly building back the account after that fairly big loss a couple of days ago. So we'll come back tomorrow and see what the market has in store for us, and hopefully I can finish trading in about an hour and 30 minutes. And before I finally wrap up, I will be having the full live stream. I'll attach it as a bit of a screen embedded button on the bottom right hand side. So if you want to rewatch the entire trading day, it's only about 2 hours and 20 minutes. Watch at 2 times speed, you'll be able to do that. I'll just pin it in the bottom right hand side of the screen. And with that said, thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.